Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode 63, and today we're returning with the final three games of the Premier League season as we take on Chelsea at home, Bournemouth away, and then Spurs at home on the final day. Before we play the games though, you can't be getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw our impressive fight-back draw against Arsenal, where we battled back from 2 goals down to claim a point, and of course the 4-0 victory against Crystal Palace in the semi-final of the FA Cup to reach our first FA Cup final of the save. I said I was going to come back for the Southampton and Chelsea games, and then play the Bournemouth and Spurs game in the next episode, which will be the final episode of the Premier League season. But instead, I thought what we'll do today is we'll do a double upload. You would have seen the first episode this morning, and then we'll come back for the final 3 Premier League games together, then do the FA Cup final tomorrow on Sunday, and then on Monday or on Tuesday we'll begin the new season instead. This way we just get through to the end of the season quicker, and we can get the new season started, because season 7's taken a while to get through, particularly in this second half of the season. Anyway, 4 games off camera, and as you can see, we won all 4, but it did not come without drama, and we started with a 1-0 victory away against Aston Villa at Villa Park. Jason went down 19 minutes in, and he's still out now as well. Went down with a pulled calf muscle, with no one around him, always concerning when it happens, and he's out, and he's still out, and he's missed all the games off camera. And Alenya scored the only goal of the game. Nice strike by the Spaniard as we got through with the win by a 1-0. And following that, we thrashed Stoke City by 4-0. Stoke were bottom of the table going into the game, basically relegated already, and I believe after this game we mathematically confirmed it. 4-0 the final score. Kimpembe got us up and underway 5 minutes in, then Camarasa made it 2-0. Josh Murphy scored a rebound, a rare goal scorer, made it 3-0 right before half time, and there were 3 minutes to go. Presnel Kimpembe bagged his first ever brace for us, made it 4-0 in a very comfortable win. And then following that, in midweek, a 4-2 victory against Swansea, also going back down to the Championship. We beat our rivals in the South Wales derby. I believe we've beaten them every single time, apart from in season 1 where we got knocked out by them in the FA Cup. Great game this one though, had everything in it. A 6-goal thriller, we scored 4, they scored 2. We had a missed penalty from Carl Zelenya as well, which was saved, and that would be his hat-trick as well. He scored 2 goals in the game. Zelenya, his first, was an absolutely wonderful goal. He scored some beauties, Carl Zelenya, and he also set Maria up for one of his 2 goals as well in a 4-2 victory. It was the Carl Zelenya show here. He was on fire in a good 4-2 win. And our final game off camera was a dramatic 1-0 victory against the Saints away at St Mary's, where Southampton started the game off better. They were looking the better team, but in the second half I made a tactical change, but it wasn't tactics that won us the game. It was a big header by Big Kimpembe, scoring his 3rd goal in 3 games. This guy is coming up big in recent weeks. There was a bit of head tennis going on in the area, and then Presnel got his head to the ball and nodded into the bottom corner in the 92nd minute, and I was running down the touchline. I was going absolutely ballistic. Couldn't believe it. A late winner for Cardiff, and what a massive goal it was, and possibly a goal that could send us into the Champions League, because right now, as you can see, after those 4 wins, we are in 2nd place in the Premier League. We are 6 points off Liverpool, the league leaders, with 3 games to go. We're the closest team to the leaders and the champions, but with 3 games to go, 6 points behind, and a worse goals record, it's over. Liverpool have won the title. We've known that for a while, really. If you look at the past positions, they haven't dropped off in the league at all, apart from one minor moment here where Chelsea took over in weekday 29 and weekday 30. Other than that, they've led the league since the start of October. They've just been on fire. So Liverpool, it's their title once again. 4 titles in 6 years for the Reds. But for us right now, 7 points clear of City in 5th. Spurs won't catch up to us in 6th. They can't catch up to us. We're almost there. 7 points clear. Got the better goal difference record. 1 more win from our final 3 games, and we will be in the Champions League for Season 8. And I mean, if we choke it away from this position, it will be an absolutely massive bottle job, seriously, because we're basically there. We're basically there. 1 more win is all we need, and we can get it done in the early kickoff today, live on Sky Sports, as we take on Chelsea. So the Blues going to take us on. They're right now 3 points behind us and 1 place behind us in the table. So a big game for both teams here. I think the winner of this game guarantees CL football, and this will be our team for the game. 4-2-3-1, as we've been winning with this system in the run of camera, and this will be our lineup. Right, injury report. Jason is still out with that pulled calf, and he should hopefully come back for the game midweek against next weekend against Bournemouth, but we're not too sure. Goncalves is also out. Now, this is interesting. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen this, but Goncalves got his injury. I'll say it here. It doesn't mean basically he damaged his foot. You see it in the bottom left there in a non-football related incident. I tweeted about it earlier today. He dropped a games console on his foot. I've never seen that before. It was brilliant. He dropped a games console on his foot. Whether it was an Xbox or a PlayStation, I'm not too sure, but Helder is out because of a non-football related injury. That's crazy. And Onana's also got a tight hamstring as well, but he's going to start the game. 3 clean sheets in his last 4 and a lock to win the Golden Glove right now. Can't miss Andre Onana. So this is our team for getting an Andre in goal. Back for a Davis, Kimpembe, who's been so big of late, Geordie and Odriozola with Vic and McKennie through the middle. Attacking midfield trio, Session on the left, Ward-Prowse on the right, and Alenya through the middle with Maria up top. Although to be fair, I'm tempted to put Pedro Antonio up top because the 19-year-old now scored against Chelsea away at the Bridge, and as we know, Palaio doesn't really do too well in the big games, so let's make a big change. Let's do it. Let's put Pedro Antonio up top for the game and see what the kid can do. On the bench, Henderson, Holding, Stefano Gonzalez, Murphy Woodburn and Maria as well. So first game is Chelsea. Let's get a win and secure CL football. Come on, you Bluebirds. It's not exactly been the most action-packed of games so far. Half an hour in. Nothing to report other than a Weston McKennie booking. But I think I'll take the point. We've only lost once at home all season long, and that came in Europe, don't forget, against Arsenal. A 0-0 draw, another clean sheet for Andre, and a point picked up against another side in the top 4. Oh, it's Kepa. Just about keeps that free kick out there from JWP. I'd take that, because we'd still be 3 points clear of Chelsea, and it'd only be 2 games to go as well. I'll take this point. Well, here is a highlight with 7 minutes to go. And can Cardiff win the game? Carl Alenya, he's come good of late, and Kepa makes a great save and turns the ball onto the post, I think, but still 0-0. I can see there being one late chance for Chelsea. If they go and win it, that's going to be a sucker punch, because for the entire game, we're not giving them a single sniff at our goal, as Presnel and Geordie are playing 1-2s between one another. Now back to Andre Onana, and whenever he receives the ball, I get a little bit nervous as Maria nods down the loose ball to Murphy, and Josh now off the bench runs forward and goes for goal. Had Palaio right there, sliding through, mate. That's the thing about Josh, not going to lie, he can get a little bit greedy sometimes. And as Cameras has gone down, I'm going to bring on the OG for the final couple of minutes and drop Alenya down and play deep line playmaker. But with 6 minutes of added time, where has that come from? There is a highlight for Chelsea, and there's a lot of concern here as Christensen receives the free kick, but Murphy makes the tackle. Well done, Josh. Playing for a new contract, wins it back, and Onana, get back on your line, mate. McKennie flicks onto the OG, and a chance for a break here. There's a 2-on-2. Gonzalez to Maria. Palaio, sign netting from Maria. That would have been big there from Palaio, and he slotted it home and won us the game to put us into the Champions League. But that would do it. 0-0 the final score. We had the only proper chances of the game, but a goalless draw. That's now 19 clean sheets for Andre Onana this season. I'll say to the boys, you're unlucky today. You're unlucky, and I'll praise the defense as well, because we've been really good defensively this season. Another clean sheet picked up, 19 for Andre, and yeah, we knew we weren't going to win the title anyway. We knew it's Liverpool's title, but that means now that we are basically there. We are 8 points clear of City, or they do have a game in hand with 2 games to go. They've got to win their remaining 3, and all we need is 1 point, I think, from our final 2, and I think that'll do it. City's final 3, by the way. Bournemouth at home today, who of course we face next away from home, and then Spurs away. Go on, Spurs, beat them there, and then their hopes, and then Leeds at home, who right now are in 18th place and almost definitely going down. So it's almost done. Job almost complete. Let's see if Bournemouth can take points off City away from home, which I doubt in the 3 PM kickoff. And if they do that, I believe that'll do it. Nope, City get to win by 2-0, which means they remain in the hunt. 2 games to go. The gap is now 5 points. We're not there yet. We're almost there, but we're not there just yet. And Liverpool have now just guaranteed a title as well, beating Huddersfield away from home. And there you are. It's 4 titles in 6 years for Liverpool. You know, I've seen some comments from you guys saying they're OP in your saves as well. They are incredibly hard to stop in this year's FM. They're not as dominant as United were back in my FM 17 save with Hull, but they could be. They definitely could be. They've got a really strong hold on English football right now, and another title for them. Well done. Oh yes, Rabiot scored and assisted in a 2-0 win for Inter in the Serie A. They're in second. They can't catch the league leaders now. Milan have already won it, I think. Yeah, they've won it. But yes, Rabiot's doing well at the San Siro. He's got some green arrows here, which I really like as well. Of course, we know he's perfectionist, described as a wonder kid too. He's finding his feet back in Italy, and I like that. 2 assists and 2 goals in 12 appearances, and 5 of those coming from the bench. He's doing well there, the kid. I like it. And just before that Bournemouth game on the Saturday, there is a game here on Thursday as United are taking on Brighton at home. Should be a win for the Red Devils. We'll find out if Brighton can take points off them anyway, and it is a 1-0 win. So the gap cut on us to just goal difference now. It's crazy to think that 77 points, which we're on right now, still might not be enough for us to finish in the top 4. As I always say, breaking this top 6 up in FM is just so hard to do. They're so good. You can see this coming down to the wire, can't you? You can see us losing today away against Bournemouth, City beating Spurs away, and then on the final day, we'll need to beat Spurs at home. I'll tell you, we're beginning to feel the pressure. Can we hang on to a top 4 place? So Bournemouth away in 12th place. They've got nothing to play for, 2 games to go. But for us, everything to play for. 5 clear of City, and a win here guarantees Champions League football. Come on, Cardiff City. We can't choke this away. So 4-2-3-1 for the game once again, but a few changes to our lineup now. Onana in goal. The back four is gone. Calvert's coming back in. Kimpembe, Jordi, and Stefano at right back, with Alenya and McKennie now our CM duo. As our attacking midfield trio is Sessegnon on left, Jason back in the right hand side, wearing the armband. Come on, captain, lead us to the Champions League, and the OG supporting player Maria up top. So a few changes to our lineup. Let's see if we change our fortunes to get back to winning ways. On the bench, Henderson, Holding, Davis, McTominay, Ward-Prowse, Woodburn, and Antonio. In fact, we can put Odriozola on the bench despite the bruised ribs. We can start him actually, can't we? Despite not giving him injections. Yes, I want the experience. So yeah, let's do it then. Second and final game. It's second of 3 games. Bournemouth away. A chance to get into the Champions League. Let's not blow it. Come on, you Bluebirds. United and Wolves tied at 1-1 at Old Trafford there. I hear Nacho pegging the visitors back on level terms. And, oh, City are in front away against Spurs, as well as we're still deadlocked at 0-0 here on the South Coast. You know, it would be 3 points clear with a game to go, and we've got the better goal difference record as well, but we're stumbling over the line, aren't we? We are making hard work of this. So I'm going to say to the boys at the break calmly, I don't know if to go in on them or just keep it calm. I think keep it calm. Don't get aggressive. Keep it calm and just say, I'm far from pleased with what I saw from the team. Not a single chance created. And we got a chance to finish in the top 4 if we win this. Come on, Cardiff, and come on, Maria. Get the goal and put us into the top 4 guaranteed. Going to freshen up our midfield duo. Ward-Prowse for Alenya, McTominay for McKennie. And more energy through the middle of the park into the final 5 minutes. Manchester United back on level terms there, and it looks like we're going to have another stalemate here as Maria's once again let us down. Going to bring on Pedro Antonio for the final few minutes, see if he can become a hero. Oh, Spurs are in front. Spurs are in front. I didn't even know they were on level terms. I must have missed their equaliser, but Davinson Sanchez has scored, and we are celebrating it big time as Wolves are now in front. Oh, that's it. That's it. We might have had a stalemate once again for the second game in a row, but that is that. We've guaranteed top 4. I will say to the boys, it wasn't good enough. We didn't create a single proper chance in the game, but back-to-back goalless draws is enough. And like I said during the game, we're stumbling over the line, and we have stumbled over the line. That point is enough because Spurs beat City. Go on, Tottenham. 2 late goals from Kingsley Coman and Davinson Sanchez guarantee that Cardiff City are going to finish in the top 4. It says we qualify for the Euro Cup, but I think that's just because we don't know who's won the European competitions yet. But we finish in 2nd or 3rd. We can't finish. Oh no, we can finish in 4th actually because Chelsea have a game in hand. But we guaranteed a top 4 place at the very least. And I don't understand what's. Oh no, because Leeds. I was going to say why is there an R on Leeds? Because they've got a game in hand. But yeah, we guaranteed the top 4 place at least. Whether it's a Champions League place or not, that remains to be seen. And I'll tell you why that is as well. Is because right now in the Europa League, as you can see, Chelsea and Arsenal are both in contention to reach the final. Now, what we want is Chelsea to win and go through to the final, because that will mean that Arsenal won't be able to qualify for the Champions League by winning the Europa League. So we're hoping for Chelsea to win that London tie there and end Arsenal's hopes of making it through to the Europa League final. Who's doing what in the Champions League though? Ah, I see. There's an all-Manchester affair. as it's United versus City in the semi. City won the first leg 1-0. So again, what we want is Manchester United to overcome the deficit and win at the Etihad Stadium and stop City from reaching the final, because City could still win the Champions League final and Arsenal could win the Europa League as well, and I believe that would mean we'd have to finish in third or above to qualify for the Champions League. Otherwise, we'll only get Europa League. So we might still need to beat Spurs on the final day. My word, qualifying for the Champions League is so difficult to do in this Premier League. We want Everton to take points off Chelsea at Stamford Bridge here. If you can, Toffees, go on, my fingers are crossed. Take points off them. Go on, no. 3-0 victory. And that keeps Chelsea in fourth. But look at that. Final day. 3 teams separated by a single point. Unbelievable, man. So we could finish either in second, third, or fourth on the final day. Are we going to do it? I still don't know. Try to check the rules of the Premier League real quickly here. And take a look at this. Top 4 teams qualify for the European Championship Cup group stage. And there's nothing to suggest that won't be enough regardless of what happens in the other European competitions. So does that mean that even if Arsenal win the Europa League and City win the Champions League, we'll still finish with a Champions League place? Because that would mean that next season, there'd be 6 teams in the Champions League. Us, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, City and Arsenal. And only Spurs would miss out. Is that how it would work? I don't know. I would assume that the 4th place team would miss out. But I actually don't know. I genuinely have no idea. This is like season 4, when we finished in 7th place and we thought we'd qualify for the Europa League, but we hadn't. And we didn't even know until the new season started. I have no idea whether we've got a Champions League place or not. I don't think we'll know until the new season starts. Well, in fact, it's definitely not going to be City qualifying for the Champions League, because for some reason didn't get notified this. But yesterday evening, the second leg was played and United overcame deficit like we wanted to see and beat City 4-2 over 2 legs. So City can now not win the Champions League, but Arsenal are about to play their Thursday night Europa League tie against Chelsea, and again, that could still possibly be enough, but Chelsea got through on away goals, which means that now Arsenal can't win the Europa League, City can't win the Champions League, and surely that means now we've guaranteed a top 4 and a Champions League place as well before the final day? Well, for some reason it's not coming up yet, it still says EC. But there's only a game to go. We're 6 points clear of City, so it surely is going to be Champions League. It's not confirmed yet on the league table, but due to Chelsea and United knocking out City and Arsenal in the European competition, that now should surely mean, without any doubt, Cardiff City are heading back to the Champions League. Fantastic. So let's just play the final game of the season then, against Spurs. I'm kind of meaningless now, as Josh Cotterill's just fired Sheffield Wednesday into the playoffs. He just got the exact same record as he had last year. 16 goals in 39 games at Hillsborough. He's loving life right now in Sheffield. But yeah, let's play the final game of the season. Spurs home, and all this will matter, all this decides now is where we finish in 2nd, 3rd or 4th place. But I don't think that matters in terms of group stage or playoff. I'm pretty sure that all 4 teams go straight into the group stage. So this we have team for the game. 4-2-3-1 once again as Onana goes for his, I think, 5th clean sheet in 6 games. And this is our lineup. Onana in goal, and a potential send-off for a few players, including Ben Davies out of contract in a month's time. Kimpembe Matip also out of contract and definitely leaving, and Odriozola. Camrasser and McKennie through the middle with Murphy on the left, perhaps for the final time. Perhaps for the final time for Josh Murphy on the left-hand side, Jason on the right, and the OG through the middle, supporting Maria up top, aiming to win the golden boot for the first time in the save. And on the bench, Henderson holding Stefano McTominay, Ward-Prowse, Woodburn, and Pedro Antonio. Final game of the season, bit anticlimactic really. Spurs at home. Come on, you Bluebirds. The only English teams left in Europe are Manchester United in the final of the Champions League and Chelsea in the final of the Europa League. So I don't understand this. You know, if we actually do need to win this game and I've got it horribly wrong, I am not going to forgive myself for playing a much changed lineup. Anyway, first highlight falling here 12 minutes in. Jason down the right, plays a 1-2 with Odriozola who crosses, and as Dale Fry hooks it away, it should be cleared by Spurs. I can't understand this. I don't see how we can drop out of the top 4, and thus I don't understand how we can fail to qualify for the Champions League. I feel like I'm missing something painfully obvious, but I don't know what it is. Well, United are in front away at the Emirates against Arsenal, so as things stand, we're dropping down to 3rd place in the table. And they're now 2 goals up. So Chelsea right now are being held to a 0-0 draw away at Vicarage Road. So we're going to drop down to 3rd place. But again, we can't finish any lower than 4th. I'm going to say nothing to the boys at the break, go straight out there for the second half. But again, I feel if I'm missing something here and it's really obvious, I do apologise, but I can't understand why we haven't had it guaranteed yet. Odriozola into Jason, and he'll find the OG who turns and shoots and scores. And there is his 10th of the season. Gonzalez finally breaks our goal drought. None in the last 2, just 1 in our last 3. But now 1 on the final day, and perhaps the game winner, which will put us back into 2nd place as well. Jason with the assist. I think he's 2nd in the assist charts in the Premier League this season. And a nice finish by the Colombian into the far corner. 1-0 Cardiff. And Chelsea have just gone in front of Vicarage Road, as you see there in the top left. So we'll stay in 2nd place regardless if we win the game. As Gonzalez fires it off target, but a slip up, if Spurs score a late goal, we'll drop down to 4th place. So the quicker this game finishes, the better. And as Maria heads it in, that should be the game put beyond doubt now. 27 Premier League goals, 45 in total. And Paleo Maria has now confirmed he will win the Golden Boot, as Kane has been kept quiet this afternoon. Weston McKennie floats into the middle. Paleo beats his man to the ball, nods it past Rulli. 2-0, points in the bag. It's always nice to win on the final day and get a clean sheet as well. And, you know, so much of our season this year was built on our defence. It's only fitting we end the season with 4 straight clean sheets. That's really impressive. Onana does win the Golden Glove. Maria does win the Golden Boot. And I'll say to the boys as well, and there we go, we see it at the full-time whistle finally. Passionately we'll say, well done lads, your performance has secured our qualification for the European Champions Cup. And we are heading back to the Champions League for Season 8 after 1 year of Europa League football. And the final day results day, you see United did beat Arsenal away at the Emirates, Chelsea did beat Watford away at Vicarage Road, but it does not matter as we hang on to 2nd place. The closest team to the Champions League, Liverpool, who lost on the final day, but we're 7 points off them. We were never really in a serious title race all year long, and this is how the final league table looks, with the bottom 3 being Stoke City, Leeds United and Swansea City as well, as City, Arsenal and Spurs will go in to the Europa League for next season. And only 28 goals conceded in 38. Our defence this season was absolutely fantastic, and really that's what our entire campaign was built on, being solid defensively. 21 clean sheets, a guaranteed Golden Glove for Andre, delighted for Andre Onana, and a Golden Boot for Player Maria as well, his best goal scoring season in a Cardiff shirt. Still only a right footed player, but lovely green arrows here, and what a season for Maria. 45 in total. I would definitely say I think I made the right call in keeping him here and giving him that contract. I can't think of another striker who would have banged in enough goals to get us the Golden Boot and get us top 4 football as well. So the board have already set their initial budget for the new season. Let's find out how much we've got together. £74 million, which just like last season then, £74.78 million with £1.9 million in the wage budget as well. And our finances take a massive, well, it should take a massive lift up after finishing in 2nd place in the table, getting the 2nd most amount of prize money possible, £46 million in the bank balance right now, but a nice transfer budget there and lots of room to work on for the summer transfer window. So great, we've guaranteed it. Champions League football, we're heading back to it next year. I'm liking the little achievements popping up in the bottom right as well. Goal machine, as Larson is devastated by the season. That match wrapped up English Premier Division for your side. How do you reflect on the season as a whole? To be honest, I can't wait to get on my holidays and forget about it. Oh, they're twisting your words again, Henrik. Do you remember a couple of years ago they were twisting his words? They're doing it again. Henrik, just listen, mate. Don't pay attention to the media. I'm always going to send you to my press conferences because I can't be asked. But listen, mate, they're twisting your words. They're twisting your words. The media are anti-Cardiff. It's just because we're Welsh. I mean, you're Swedish and I'm English, but either way, it's just because we're Welsh. City want Maria. Hands off, lads. And there you are. Maria claims the Golden Boot. Absolutely buzzing for Paleo Maria. 160 million. Listen, we can have a bit of 200 million in the summer. I'm still turning it down. Paleo is staying as our number 7 and our top scorer. And Onana, Golden Glove winner. Oh, buzzing for Onana. Absolutely buzzing. 21 clean sheets in 37 games. Go on, Andre. You've worked hard this year. You deserve it. I'll be going now. I'm sure you want me someone else soon. Now we do see a couple of our players in the team of the year, and no surprises they were the Golden Glove and the Gold Boot winner. Onana and Maria both in the team of the year. Everyone else was a Liverpool player apart from Marco Asensio down the right for Chelsea. Interesting. And I think we'll have to end today's episode there as well, because the FA Cup final comes on next Saturday, and I think it's only after then you get your end of season awards and whatnot, which I like to look through as well. So yeah, that will do it for today's episode and the penultimate episode of season 6. Season 7 even. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like, as likes are of course very much appreciated, and read the channel out as well. Cardiff City heading back to the Champions League, absolutely buzzing. But there's still one game to go in the season finale. That'll be coming out tomorrow, and we've got Liverpool in the FA Cup final as we aim to win a trophy for the 3rd straight year. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode, the season finale, very soon. Bye now.